So let me ask you this. So the dudes y'all were talking to, you talked about the one who said he had a traditional situation, but I couldn't help but to think that he get to chill out at the cigar bar, wherever, a happy hour or whatever, and where's his wife? Because does she get a break?
Well, the thing about it was he did not mention a wife until almost the end of the several hour conversation. And then the other guy, I think he was single, might have had a live-in, not sure. All I know was he trying to grab my booty when we were leaving. But I mean, I don't know what they said.
It was so traditional.
So I think that maybe that's traditional. Traditional is you got a wife at home and a girlfriend at home. You grab booties when you go out. That's traditional.
And don't question me because I paid them bills. So be quiet.
I'm sure your tires will break no wing.
I watched your car Saturday too.
Okay, so we asked a question. We were like, okay, so what if you went to work and they're like, hey, I got an opportunity for you. It's going to be in California and I need an answer. Does she have any input on it? Or do you just make the decision and you go home and say, hey, regulator, mount up. Which he was like, I mean, I will talk to her about it, but ultimately we're moving because I said we're moving.
Oh, just to listen. In my real estate business, I have seen so many couples, and don't let the man be the only one on the loan. Even though don't let him, because at some point, whether she's there or not, it's going to be, I'm going to consider her position, but ultimately I'm the one who has to make the decision. I'm the one on the loan. And you're like, whoa, what? Y'all are partners. She's gonna have to live there. So that power struggle we talked about, it always comes into play.
Can I get on somebody's loan? I need a roof.
First of all, let's be real. You wouldn't even feel comfortable on somebody's loan.
Hell no. I've been staying before a house since I was 12. I said, won't nobody ever tell me to get out their house.
Well, look, I feel like we need to follow up on that discussion about decision makers when it comes to households and head of households, because that's a really major thing to say that, ultimately it'd be my decision to pack the whole damn family up and move them across the freaking country, job or no job.
Well, I think the other thing too, when somebody talks about being a traditional woman, modern woman, and they're saying, oh, women should do this, they shouldn't be masculine, they should be feminine, all these other things that I don't even know that those words even have any meaning these days, and what do they mean? It's just labels that you put on somebody, in some cases to control them. And I'm like, but when you had women that did these things, y'all sometimes abused them. They got beat. They got cheated on. They got outside kids they had to take care of. There's a lot of things that went along with that a lot of us just point blank are not willing to deal with. We won't deal with it. By the time he gets to that third thing that your great granddaddy did, you're like, I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with this.
Women are not protected. Women have not been valued. You see that in the fact that we had to fight for our rights to vote. And look, we're now having to fight for the rights again to what we do with our bodies. But women haven't been valued. Women have been treated as chattel, as property for so long. It is very hard for men to get out of their heads that women are not property, because now we don't have to be subjected to them taking care of us like we used to. It wasn't that we wanted to be subservient. You had to survive. You had to eat. You couldn't go out and get your own job. You couldn't just be owning property by yourself without some other.
You had like 11 and a half kids. You had on the wall. You had
before you had all those doggone kids, and that was another way to lock you down and control you, because where you gonna go with all these kids, and who's gonna take care of you, because you can't even go, take care of yourself. You can't get a job. You can't get property, whatever. Things are different now. So the things that they use to keep us, they can't use that anymore. You got to come with something different. I personally don't think that most men are equipped for that, but that's a different subject.
That's a good stopping point.